evening everybody, Calm Biker here. Just on a very quick ride. I was coming down here the other day and I put a video up, you might recognise it. This is roughly where I thought something's flapping, and I put my hand behind me and found my bag flapping, and turned out it was my seat flapping, and I pulled off the road just there. Oh, the tarmacked it since I was there, I think. I remember thinking it was quite rough when I pulled off the road. And I'm back out on the bike a week later. Not even a week actually, 6 days later. That happened on the Sunday. This is the Saturday evening. And I ordered a new part. I was kind of hunting around for a little while. I found a Kawasaki parts dealer, proper OEM parts dealer. But they didn't open until the Tuesday, so I thought I'll have a hunt around, and bit of Fleabay, bit of Gumtree, looking around the scrapyards. Obviously I don't want anyone to have fallen off and hurt themselves, but if they've fallen off and been fine and broken every part of the Z1000 apart from the rear seat, I'd have been happy with the second hand one. But in the end I had to go back to that Kawasaki parts dealer, and 3 days later, and £170 lighter, I'm the owner of a brand new seat. And looking at the hooks on it, I realised just how thin and flimsy they are. The new seat has got black plastic underside instead of white. I don't know if it's more tough, but there's certainly thin hooks. And I'm going to be thinking twice before putting that bag back on, because I'm wondering if the reason that the hooks have broken is these roads are somewhat bumpy, as you can probably tell by the way I'm bouncing around. The suspension is somewhat hard, as you can probably tell by the way I'm bouncing around. And the bag was strapped under the seat. And I wonder if all that bouncing around has caused the bag to lift the seat. Normally you'd have either no weight on it at all, or somebody sat on it with that strap underneath. Maybe that's lifted the seat and broken the hooks. And the bag's been on there for pretty much 5 years. It's on almost every ride I do. It only comes off really when Mrs. C sits on the back. And thank heaven it wasn't Mrs. C sat on the back on a broken seat. But I wonder if that's done the braking. I think the bike's about to cost me some more money. The rear tyre is starting to look a bit square. I've spent a couple of hours at that end of the bike today, and yeah, certainly the rear tyre's on its way out. I think it might be time for a new one, and that's going to set me back 3 figures, I'm sure. And then I'm not sure about the chain, which is actually the reason I'm out on this little quick evening ride. Because I noticed on my second to last video, when I went to Dolby Forest with Graham and Paul, I noticed there were certain parts of the video, mainly when the bike was cold, so the first kind of 10 minutes of the ride, where I could hear a weird noise, but I can't hear it through my ears. I mean, that day I had earplugs in, so I wasn't going to hear much anyway, but I don't have earplugs in today, and I didn't have earplugs in when my seat broke, and I didn't hear the noise. But when I got back and edited both of those videos, I could hear like a whooshing noise. Now it's hard to tell where it's coming from because it's only a mono microphone, so I can't really tell the side. But I was listening. It's kind of it goes a whoosh, 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 and the speed of it seems too slow for it to be the wheels or the tyres. I mean, I've checked the tyres today for anything stuck in them. I've checked the wheel bearings and everything seems fine. But because it was a kind of slower cadence to the whooshing than what I would expect from the spinning of the wheels at the speed I was doing at the time, I wonder if it's the chain. And when I've been going through the trees in both cases, it's kind of the reflected sound of the chain is being picked up by the microphone. It'd be a shame if it is, because it's just as I'm doing that experiment with the gear oil, and it'll I mean, it's not science by any means, you know, one noise after 2 applications of gear oil do not mean that gear oil is a bad thing, especially since the manufacturer says to use it. But I'm out tonight to see if the microphone will pick up the noise again, because I spent a couple of hours today absolutely critically cleaning my chain and re-lubricating it. And in this case, I've re-lubricated it with chain wax because I had some kicking around, and I thought at least that way I can see, and I hate this stuff normally, but at least that way I can see that I've definitely coated the entire chain to see if that sound's still there. Anyway, I'm going to be quiet for a moment when I get to these trees up here to see if I can still hear the sound. If I can, and you can, just let me know what you think it might be in them there comments. And if you can't hear it, well, maybe cleaning the chain has done the trick. I've also tightened it. It had gone a little bit loose. It was kind of on the edge. It's supposed to be 20 to 30 mils, but it was about 31 mil of loosenerness. Anyway, can I hear it? On the bike, I can't. But as I say, I couldn't before. If you can't hear it now on the video, and you wouldn't mind lending me 2 minutes of your time, would you mind just having a quick listen to the last video, which is only about 2.5 minutes long? And in the bits where I shut up for a minute, and where the bike's moving, see if you can hear that whooshing, and tell me what you think it might be. Tell me if you think I might be on the right idea with the chain, or I've got completely the wrong end of the stick, and you know, I'm risking my life by riding the bike. Let me know what you think in them there comments. Anyway, I'll wrap that one up before it gets too long. So thank you for watching, everyone. Ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon. And if I hear some whooshing when I'm editing this video later, and I haven't heard it so far, I'll add it to the end of this video now.